All right, here we go. All I gotta say is I am now bowing to social pressure. Yes, I am. But this is the kind of bowing I like to do. Now, I've had several guys talk to me about this knife and saying the FYL Leopard is a really cool knife. I had one guy say it's as nice as any knife I have, and he has some knives in the $300-400 range. So, and they've talked to me. And, you know, I guess, put this off long enough. So here it is. There's a zipper pouch. I talked or messaged the guy that makes these, and he was trying to convince me to look closely at them. And you know, that kind of conversation just kind of went nowhere after a while. I don't know why. I can't remember now. But in any case, it came back to me. Interesting knife. I thought it was silver when it came in. I go, oh, I thought they were like purple or blue. Yes, they are. I didn't have this anodized. I just Windexed it. Ouch. So I guess my grubby paws, and here you go. So, yeah, this is what's going to happen, right? So I'm not wearing gloves, so get ready. This is as good as it's going to look for this review. There's your back spacer. A bit of a blue wash, as well as this pocket clip. The hardware's interesting. This knife came apart and went back together really easy. And the action's really nice. The action's really nice. You got this front choil, you got a stonewash blade, and you've got this little cutaway in the blade. And I didn't even think anything about it, but I thought, I'm going to try it in my pocket. So I put it in my pocket. I pulled it out of my pocket, and it came open. This caught the back lip of my pocket and came open. I go, oh my God, it's a blade opening system. So I did post on my Instagram a little video of me pulling this out of my pocket and the wave thing happening. So you could check that out on my Instagram. In any case, so how cool is that? I didn't think that that would be the case. Let me show you this. It's a pretty good size knife. Not quite a 4-inch blade, although it depends on where you lay your ruler at. Close to 100 millimeter blade. Overall, really close to 9 inches. So we're at 22.5 centimeters all day long. Now, you want to compare it to the Para 2? Yeah. Bigger knife, ain't it? Yeah, it is. Bigger knife. Now, let me show you something real quick. The actions on it is pretty good. Let's see if I got a picture. Okay, so here, if you look at this, multi-row ceramic bearings. See that? Ceramic detent. So you got this stop. This is where your blade stop travels in here. There's, of course, your steel washer, and there's one under here, obviously, as well. And you can see how they've weight relieved the inside of the scales. Nice. There's a like a locator pin here, right there. So that just fits into that, and then also just fits into here. See it, but it's hidden from the outside scales, obviously. And then you've got a lanyard hole at the end, and then you have the hole for that screw in the back, right there. So you've got the pivot screw, and you got this screw back here. Locator pin here, lanyard hole there. Not a whole lot there. And like the locator, here as well. Yeah, that I already said that, sorry. But yeah, there you go. Very easy to do. And so you go, oh, well, did they send you a tool for this? Yeah. You know what? It's really weird. I already had a tool. It's called a screwdriver. No, they didn't send me a tool for it. I'm just messing with you, man. It's a screwdriver, dude. Now, I mean, don't let that screwdriver slip off and come skating across your scale and give you a big old scratch. So that's one thing you might want to watch when you do this. You see this machining? See these different levels? You're not seeing an optical illusion. It's kind of like this comes down this way and it comes up to this point and then it rolls back that way. Come here. So right here in the high spot, it's 0.66 of an inch, almost 17 millimeters. That's a wide glide right there. Now down at this end, what do you think? Come here. Get around here. It's 12.3, 0.48, right? Up here. Let's get a hold of there. 0.52 at 13.2. Did I do something wrong here? Hold on. Oh, maybe I was on. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I was on top of that. It couldn't have been that much. And now it's going to be fun to try and get to the high point here. Not going to be real easy. 13.6, 0.53. Somewhere in there. 0.54. See, down here, 0.52, 0.50, 0.49. So you can see how that drops off there. Oh, it's getting exciting with sitting it on top of that pocket clip. Whoops. That makes it a little fatter, doesn't it? Yeah, pocket clip. Really easy in and out of the pocket. I did carry this a couple times. Yeah, and I took some Instagram pictures at the pub when I was watching the NBA tournament or playoffs. And you've got this little machining along here, which gives you a little bit of traction. Kind of coming up to a palm swell, you've got these above grade giving you some traction as well. When I first got this knife, it wasn't quite this nice as far as the action goes. To me, it seemed there was something going on. I'm not hearing it now. I was just listening. It kind of seemed a little bit like kind of metal on metal, just kind of a real light grazing of two metal surfaces coming together. And I don't know if my internal pin here was just kind of making a little contact with that track as it was opening and closing, but you can't really hear it now. No, so that cleared up. What I did is when I took it apart, I wiped that track out real good and then, purged the bearings kind of thing, this and that, and put it back together. And you know what? Now it's really good. But I did have some, I could hear some noise, and I know it's a little OCD, but there's a lot of OCDers out there in the audience too. You start hearing things and you go, that's just not quite. But then people were just like, oh, are you kidding me? This is such a smooth, wonderful knife. And it's like, there's something going on. But you know what? Once I wiped her down, cleaned it up, put it back together, adjusted the pivot correctly, then, and it's centered up. No blade play, no lock rock. Okay, I'm with you now. Okay. But when I first got it out of the pouch, it wasn't quite there. So, yeah, it's one of those things you kind of got to work on, possibly, depending on how it comes. I mean, just a micro bit. I mean, actually, it looked clean. Actually, where's that picture? Actually, this is what it looked like. I mean, it looked this clean. So it just can be, and I think there was just a little bit of stuff in this track. It's just weird. In any case, or something, I don't know. But in any case, whatever it is, it's gone now and things are good. And this is an interesting design. I like the design. I like it. S35VN Stonewash, did we say? Oh, come on. Make contact, will you? There you go. Yeah, it's reasonably sharp out of the box. Not bad. Working edge. Yeah, nice. Did we do this? Probably not. I don't remember doing this. 4mm blade stock, 0.16. And we already did these measurements. Oh my God, it's all over the place. But yeah, I mean, these are different kind of angles. It's done in an interesting way in that regard. And then you've got all this machining around here, top to bottom. Here's your pass-through. So there is a pass-through that's taller than the other. And I hope that, you know, when I showed you the internals, you noticed the hardened steel insert, all that kind of stuff. It's in there. So, yeah. Pocket clip didn't bother me. It seemed okay. So, you know, centered, nice. I think it's a nice knife. I paid like oh crap. Let's see if I got a thing for it. $105.91. So S35VN, you know, multi-rail ceramic bearings. Came in this zipper pouch, which is nice. And I don't know if I got anything else in here that I think is all that important to show you. I'm not sure why I printed them out. I've seen, though, some buyer feedback on DHgate, and they seem really positive about it. They really like it. So I don't know anybody who's got one that had a bad experience. You know what that looks like? That looks like about a number 10 there. Yeah, that looks like right there. That looks about like a number 10. That's bigger than an 8. That's really strange. I don't have my Torxes in here. I'd try it, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, you don't have to take that one off to take the knife apart. Just these two slotteds, and that'll be it. So that's really easy. It came apart really easy. Really easy. And went back together really easy. And so that was really, really good. Say you got a little landing zone for your finger on the flipper tab. I mean, you got a jimped flipper tab, and it's really intuitive. You just grab it in your hand, flip it. I mean, that's just really intuitive. It's right there. Now, detent is about the same as... Oh, wow, we got it part way out and then we hammered it again. Yeah, that's about, you know, 5.5. There you go, came out that way. Yeah, a 5. Somewhere in there. Nice. I can't remember if this is the one that I had some lock stick issues with. I'm trying to think if I did. And I'm thinking this might have been the one that I had a little bit of lock stick with. And now it's freaking perfect. You know what I did? And you know what you can do with lock stick if you have some issues with that? You know what? Now I'm not sure if this was the one. It might have been a different knife. But what you can do with lock stick is, or what I've done in the past, you know, take the knife apart, take this scale here, like this, and I just push the lock bar, you know, in a ways, and then I just take one of my diamond stones, you know, from my KME, like the 140, and pass it across there about, you know, 5 or 6 good times, you know, and then put it back together and see what happens. And that usually solves it. It's usually some real unevenness on the end of this insert that got machined kind of rough, and it's grabbing, it's sticking. That's been my experience. And so instead of using the anti-oxide solution that people use for like aluminum and stuff to try and fill the micro bits, I just do the little diamond stone across there, a few swipes, and it takes it out of there. And I can't for sure remember if this is the one that had some lock stick to it, but I'm looking around thinking, yeah, I think this might have been the one. Even though it has an insert, it just wasn't quite smooth there. Oh well, it's nice now. Even when I slammed it, no lock stick. Good knife. Interesting backspacer, you know, and it's nice that it has that backspacer. It really makes it look good. Good looking knife. The FYL Leopard. It's like I always want to go FYI what? But no, just for your information. Don't know exactly what the logo means, but it's a fascinating knife, and for $105, no tax, no shipping, that's your final in the hand. I think you could do worse. God, how many knives are out there that, you know, God, are in the 2-something range for that? So just a tad over $100. Multi-row ceramic bearing. You know, it's smooth. It feels good, you know. There's your drop. I mean, it's solid. I mean, it went right back together, centered up at the right setting for that pivot. Good stuff, man. I don't know. Whatever. It's good to me. I like it. Wow. I'm surprised it's what's coming out. You know, original design. I know, DHgate. No, it's not officially a blessed whatever model from. You're not going to be seeing a lot of reviews on this knife from the established people. But they're busy with other brands, so hey, they leave that to me. And you know where to look for the wild and unusual. And we are going down that road again. We're always going to sprinkle some of these in with other knives, but there's a lot of good Chinese knives in the United States right now. You know, a lot of Best Tech and you know, I don't know, Real Steel, Rake. I mean, you name it, they're all in here. Steel Will's got some good ones made in China as well. So, you know, there's a lot to talk about without going to DHgate, but every once in a while, you got to steal away. You got to go see what the pile of craziness over there will produce. And let me give you a little hint in case you're still listening. And I hope you are, because here's a big, big tip. I will give you 2 links in the description section. Best Chinese knives and steel reviews, okay? Those are 2 blogs online. Click on those and look. Look at previous blogs and current blogs. They will show you knives that are being made in China, that are all kinds of different designs and stuff, all kinds of different craziness, and that'll give you the heads up on what's out there, you know? All kinds of different things. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of craziness over there, and you don't know what's going on unless you keep up, or there's some individual original designs that are just fascinating. So check it out. Those 2 links. Go and look. It's fascinating. If that's something you really dig. The Liebing Elf. I swear to God, I knew nothing about this. Some guy goes, "You got a Liebing Elf?" I go, wow, he must be talking to text. Siri is not doing a good job. That's a nuts. What was he actually trying to say? And I doubled back to him and he goes, "I meant Liebing Elf." I don't know. Whatever. Liebing something. Any case, I'm going to let you go. But those 2 links, interesting. keep you up on the crazy, weird, and unusual knives coming out of China. Just a heads up for that if you like doing that. I know I correspond with several listeners on a regular basis that are into these unusual and unbranded. Well, they think they're branded, but we don't really recognize them as a, as that. In any case, fun, little jewels in the pile that you can pull out because they're out there if you like to explore. Thank you so much. Hey, you know what we do around here? What do? We love them knives, even the crazy ones. So stay sharp.